Welcome to science class. This is the continuation class of the chapter electricity. In this class I am going to explain about electrical resistivity and electrical conductivity. Electrical resistivity we can verify by doing an experiment that the resistance of any conductor is directly proportional to the length of the conductor L and is inversely proportional to the area of cross section. This is expressed in terms in mathematically R is directly proportional to length of the conductor and inversely resistance R is inversely proportional to the area of the conductor. Both the equations are combined, hence R is proportional to L by A. Now we introduce the proportionality constant rho. Therefore, resistance of the conductor equal to rho into L by A, where rho is a constant which is called as electrical resistivity or specific resistance of the material of the conductor. Rho equal to Ra by L. The electrical resistivity of a material is defined as the resistance of the conductor of unit length and unit area of cross section. The unit of electrical resistivity is ohm meter. In this figure, electrical resistivity of the conductor is shown. Here, this is area of the conductor and this is length of the conductor. Here, resistance of the conductor are shown. So, rho is the electrical resistivity of the conductor. Rho equal to Ra by L. Electrical resistivity of a conductor is a measure of resisting power of a specified material to the passage of an electric current. It is a constant for a given material. For example, nichrome is a conductor with highest resistivity equal to 1.5 into 10 to the power minus 6 ohm meter. Due to the highest resistivity of nichrome, it is used in making heating elements in the electrical devices. Conductance and conductivity. Conductance of a material is the property of materials to aid the flow of charges and hence the passage of current in it. So, conductance G equal to 1 by R. In this figure, the flow of charges are shown. The conductance of a material is mathematically defined as the reciprocal of its resistance R. So, G equal to 1 by R. Hence, the conductance G of a conductor is given by G equal to 1 by R. Its unit is ohm inverse. That means 1 by ohm. It is also represented as mho. The reciprocal of electrical resistivity of a material is called its electrical conductivity. Here, rho is the electrical resistivity. 1 by rho equal to electrical conductivity sigma. So, sigma equal to 1 by rho. The unit of electrical conductivity is ohm inverse meter inverse. It is also represented as mho. That means ohm inverse is mho. So, mho meter inverse. The conductivity is a constant for a given material. Electrical conductivity of a conductor is a measure of its ability to pass the current through it. Here, electrical conductivity of the material is shown. The battery is attached to the wire and bulb. Conductivity is more for conductors than for insulators, but the resistivity is less for conductors than for insulators. Some materials are good conductors of electric current. Example, copper, aluminium, iron, silver, gold, etc. Some other materials are non-conductors of electric current, which is also known as insulators. Example of insulators are glass, wood, rubber, etc. In this figure, wood is an insulator or non-conductor of electricity. Here, copper is a good conductor of electricity. The resistivity of some commonly used materials are given in this table. Nature of the material, name of the material, resistivity. Conductor, copper, the resistivity of copper is 1.62 into 10 to the power minus 8. Nickel is a good conductor. The resistivity of nickel is 6.84 into 10 to the power minus 8. Chromium is a good conductor. The resistivity of chromium is 12.9 into 10 to the power minus 8. Glass is a insulator, that means non-conductor. Its resistivity is 10 to the power 10 to 10 to the power 14. Rubber is an insulator which has resistivity 10 to the power 13 to 10 to the power 16. Next, I am going to explain about system of resistors. We have learned how the resistance of a conductor affects the current through a circuit. We have also studied the case of simple electric circuit containing a single resistor. Now, in practice, we may encounter a complicated circuit which uses a combination of many resistors. The combination of resistors is known as system of resistors or grouping of resistors. Resistors can be connected in various combinations. Resistors connected in series and resistors connected in parallel. In this class, we learn about resistors connected in series. A series circuit connects the components one after the other to form a single loop. A series circuit has only one loop through which current can pass. Series circuits are commonly used in devices such as flashlights. If resistors are connected N to N so that the same current passes through each of them, then they are said to be connected in series. This is the example for series circuit. If the circuit is interrupted at any point in the loop, no current can pass through the circuit, and hence no electric appliances connected in the circuit will work. This is the resistors connected in series. Here battery is connected with one end of the first resistors. The other end of the first resistors R1 is connected with first end of R2. The second end of R2 is connected with first end of R3, and second end of R3 is connected with the ammeter, and ammeter is connected with key, and the circuit, the key is connected with negative terminal of the battery. All these components are connected by a single loop. So, the same current can pass through the resistors R1, R2 and R3. Three resistance R1, R2 and R3 be connected in series, the current flowing through them be I. According to Ohm's law, the potential difference V1, V2 and V3 across R1, R2 and R3 respectively are given by the sum of the potential differences across the ends of the resistors is given by V equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3. According to Ohm's law, V equal to IR. So, V1 equal to IR1, V2 equal to IR2 and V3 equal to IR3. Now, substitute the values V1, V2, V3. Then we get V equal to IR1 plus IR2 plus IR3. The effective resistance of the series combination of the resistors BRS. Then V equal to IRS. Combining the equations, IRS equal to IR1 plus IR2 plus IR3. The common term I on both sides is cancelled. So RS equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3. So the effective resistance RS equal to sum of the single individual resistance R1, R2 and R3. When a number of resistors are connected in series, their equivalent resistance or effective resistance is equal to the sum of the individual resistance. When n resistors of equal resistance R are connected in series, the equivalent resistance is NR. So, the effective resistance R is equal to N into R. The equivalent resistance in a series combination is greater than the highest of the individual resistance. Students, I hope you have understood the electrical resistivity, electrical conductivity and system of resistors. Thank you.